Going to tonight's game against the Hawks, Ovechkin's 2 goals shy of Gretzky's all-time goal-scoring record. If he scores 2 tonight, not only does he tie the record, he does it in 1 less game than it took Gretzky to reach 894. Do you think that adds a little extra motivation, Craig?
I've been watching Alexander Ovechkin since he was 15 years of age. All you got to tell Alexander Ovechkin is, we got a game tonight. And he wants to score. That's all the motivation he needs. He's a brilliant goal scorer because he's hungry to score. He goes out every single shift with the idea not only that he wants to score, but he believes he can score. And so when you watch what he's been able to do, not just this year, but in the entirety of his career in the NHL and even prior to that, listen, I know when he laces them up and he steps out on that ice, it doesn't matter what is up against him, what the situation is. This guy has been highly motivated to score. You could play behind curtains with the lights out and nobody watching. He won't be any less motivated.
I can't stop laughing over here, Craig. Listen, I haven't been around as long as you. I owe you a glass of wine for that. But I will tell you that I 100% agree with you. And just watching him and sort of that fire in the belly. And Wayne Gretzky will be in the building, so maybe he'll look up and say, tonight is the night. But overall, when you look at the body of work, the consistency over his career, you don't put the puck in the back of the net that often without the timing, without the shot, but without a passion and a will and a belief that you can do it. Every time this guy has the puck in his wheelhouse, whether he's off balance or not, he's able to get a shot off. Yes, it's hard and it's accurate, but most importantly, when it gets into the air, I don't think the goalie knows where it goes because it's also moving. And that has not changed when you look at Alex Ovechkin. I don't think he needs extra motivation. I think he wants to break this record. I think since he was a young boy, he probably had eyes on something, because when you are elite and you are an elite company, guess what you want? You want the top shelf. And Alex Ovechkin, he's going to get the top shelf.
All right. It pains me a little to do this, but Craig, to your credit, in 2019, you predicted that Ovi would indeed catch Gretzky. And then last week, you said he'd actually break the record in tonight's game. Are you standing by that? Does Ovi get a hat trick to seal the deal tonight?
Why would I change now, Gino? And it shouldn't pain you that every once in a while I'm right. Okay, just give me a little bit of credit, okay? I'm like a blind squirrel. I found a nut, okay? But he's playing the Chicago Blackhawks. I looked at his scoring rate, and then I go, wait a sec. He's coming off the road. He's playing a terrible team in the Chicago Blackhawks. At home, come on. Like, doesn't it set up perfectly for him not only to tie the record, but to break the record as the hats come flying out on the ice? I hope Gretzky has a hat on, and I hope he throws one on the ice, too.
How do I answer that? You know what, Craig? I got to go with you here. I feel like I'm being way too agreeable right now. It's not like me. But when I look at Ovi and tonight and the Blackhawks at the basement and everything in particular, goals against, I think people are just going to be feeding him the puck on the ice. But as we mentioned earlier, it's also about his fire to want that puck. And I think he's going to want it tonight against a much lesser opponent with Gretzky in the building, home fans, and the run he's coming off of. You just feel a certain vibe, a certain energy. It's a little bit different around him right now. And at his age, he is hopping, he's firing. I think he's going to do it. How perfect would it be, too? How perfect would it be? We'll put a hat on you. We'll put a hat on you, Craig, and you can throw it, too.
For the record, Ovi's got 32 regular season hat tricks. His most recent was just over 5 weeks ago against the Oilers. So it's certainly not a stretch to suggest we could see NHL history made tonight.